I just have so much critical information to share with you today. I think there's a lot of missing pieces that is preventing a lot of players from being successful here. So I want to fill you in and help you out. We got new teams, we got new strategies, and we got a lot of great information to share with you. Let's get it. What's up, guys? MtgJedi here. How you doing today? Welcome back to the channel. It has been a fun-filled weekend with Primal Shards, but now the portal's active again. I'd love to hear about all of your adventures this weekend, whether it was good or bad. I got your back. We'll celebrate or commiserate. Up to you what happened with your situation. Now today on stream later today, if we take a look at the news section, we have this general. Yes. Wait, what is it? Where's the thing? Fusion prep? Okay, I don't know. That's kind of confusing, but I guess it makes sense. Like, you're preparing for the MtgJedi fusion, I suppose. I don't know. That's kind of misleading. I was like, what? Do we have Thor information yet? But anyway, so later today on stream, I will be pulling shards for anybody who wants for their Lady MtgJedi champions. It's kind of a weird event that's going on today. Your ancients, primals, and sacreds are all going to work differently. And so, depending on who or what epics you need, that would be the type of shards that you would pull today. Do I recommend that? As long as it's not going to disrupt your Thor fusion, I absolutely do. Lady MtgJedi, one of the best champions in the game. I was literally just prepping her in a new Hydra team. Literally this morning. So, yeah, she is absolutely amazing, and you definitely want her on your account. She's gonna just, like, be a complete game changer, okay? Also, tomorrow, Clan versus Clan is going to be personal rewards, so if you were able to get her today, then you could fuse her tomorrow. It would be like a good sequence. And then you probably have at least a couple of mythical skill tomes that you've been saving up, or mythical skill tomes that you've won, etc. And so that's going to all work together really well if you're able to get her today. So, with that being said, she will be featured in at least one team today. So if you don't have her yet, then you want to just bookmark this video to save for later. But I have some pretty accessible teams. Now, one of the things that I want to mention before we get into the Event Dungeon teams and the runs is that your arena affects the whole rest of your game. Your Great Hall, which mine is coming along, okay, it's like a year late, but whatever, we're gonna get there. These stats here and here affect the whole game, okay? They affect the whole game. So these affinity bonuses are going to impact your gameplay everywhere, all right? Your area bonuses are pretty important as well. And again, the three that I recommend are Hydra, Curse City, and Fire Knight. Okay, especially if you're going for Fire Knight 10 hard. And so your PvP affects your PvE, and then your PvE affects your PvP. Because all of the rewards you get for your arena modes are really much better suited towards the dungeons and the clan bosses and all of that stuff. But your arena stuff is much better suited towards the dungeons. So it's like a weird opposite thing, but I do encourage you, if you're struggling in any of this content, keep pursuing your Great Hall. That's going to help overall in every area of the game. With that being said, there are some cheat codes that people are not using in this new event dungeon that I need to tell you about today. The very first cheat code is going to be HP burn. I figured this out because of Gizmac. I'm not saying that you have Gizmac, but I am saying that this is the way that I figured it out, okay? He places this HP burn at the start of the fight on his passive, and then actually, because like the base stats of the champions are so high, especially in level 30, they're going to be taking a significant amount of damage from HP burn. And the more content they put in the game that's like endgame content, the more and more important HP burn champions are going to be. So what you need to do is you need to come into your roster and you need to find your champions that have your HP burns. Okay. Now, I don't think all of these champions are created equally, okay? Especially depending on the content that you're looking at, but they're all amazing in their own way. Like in my team, my speed team, I run Venus, okay? In some other teams I'm going to show you today, we're going to run other HP burners. But you're going to get a lot of damage out of this HP burn concept, okay? The other thing that you need to be aware of is that if you want to come in and be successful in level 30, your stats are going to need to be crazy, okay? They are. They're going to need to be crazy. And so if you can't get these level of stats, then you're not going to be able to do level 30. And I have like a base build that I've been using and moving around that I can show you that's kind of like the base, the most basic, the easiest to build. I don't know. The words, they're not flowing this morning. We want a gear set build that represents the baseline for our goals. And that's what I'm going to share with you. Okay, so now, first of all, I want to start with level 20. If you want to farm this dungeon, do not feel bad about farming level 20. Level 20 is still going to give you all of the 5 and 6 star level gear, just like in all of the other dungeons. The only thing with level 20 is you're not going to be able to get mythical gear, but you're going to be able to get all of the accessories, you're going to be able to get all of the gear, and it's going to help your account, okay? It's going to help your account. One of these accessories is going to give you speed and accuracy. That is incredible. That is just unparalleled. You can't get that anywhere else. Please farm this dungeon. I think that Plarium's going to have a special event or two relating to the event dungeon. At least they should. So hopefully you'll have time to farm that. Also, for clan versus clan, you can farm this dungeon and get points for it, okay? So let's jump into the first team here. The first team here has accessible champions. Please just ignore the fact that they're +4, okay? I know that they're +4. I understand that. But the gear that I have put on them is putting them at a level that's accessible. Let me show you what I mean here. Deacon Armstrong. Take a look at these stats. This is not endgame +4 Deacon level stats. We're at 224 speed and 265 accuracy and like a reasonable amount of HP and defense. That is no bearing on the +4, okay? So don't be discouraged by the +4. Mordecai over here, he's a little faster with a little more accuracy. He can go down to this level of gear if needed. Ugo, I would say, is maybe one of the better builds in this team. And I just have left her like this for a while, but she does not need to be this fast. This is my example of a baseline build for you. 275 speed for level 30 and 500 accuracy, okay? I'm going to show you how I'm getting those stats on these champions as well so that you can try to replicate that. Mithrala's build, maybe there's a little bit more accuracy and resistance than what you can get, but I feel like with all of the perception and resistance gear out there, you should be able to get these stats. Please let me know, hit me up with some feedback on that. And then Yakarl, I worked really hard to get his stats lower. I'm actually kind of confused why he has 5k attack, because I thought I put it at 4,000 something. Let me pause the video and go figure out why his attack is so high. I'm guessing it's just because of the dungeons, because if you look over here, I know he's +4, but, interesting. I swear that I had it at less than that. Oh, I know why. It didn't take the accessories. Okay. Fitting room, management, and this one. Okay, there we go. Now we get him underneath of that level and down to where I was trying to get him. Okay, perfect. All right. So it's not like we have crazy gear on here. I tried to make it as accessible as I could. In case you don't know, Yakarl's amazing, and he can do an incredible number of things, regardless of whether he's +4 or plus nothing, okay? Like, I'm just, like, putting worse gear on him because mine is +4, so you can put better gear on him and get better stats than that. Okay. Oh, the other thing I wanted to show you was that Ugo build. How are we getting these stats, okay? The number one way that we're getting these stats is an accuracy chest and an accuracy banner. Then looking for the most amount of accuracy you can find on an amulet. You are also going to want to try to ascend your speed boots with accuracy. And then, I don't really know why I have a righteous set on him. I think it's just for the speed to be able to get up to that 275. And also, if you're looking to get resistance, you can run single pieces like this supersonic set, okay? Yes, it's flat attack. It's just because it's double speed, double speed in a speed set. But currently, I don't have boots to go with that. So either way, it's all about the stats, not the sets. If you want to do level 30, your baseline is 275 speed and 500 accuracy. Okay, so with that being said, Ugo's great. She does really well in this dungeon. Okay, so level 20, we have our team here. I'm just gonna do super raids. I know that's maybe, I don't know. You tell me what you think about that. Every time I've been running this dungeon, I've been running super raids just so I can maximize my potential. Even if it's not level 30, it's still something. So when you come in here, you need your block buffs champions to go before the other team. Okay? That you need that. And you would also like everyone on your team to go before the other team. Just like Arena. If you go first, you win. And that is very, very much the case here. Okay? Now you can see Yakarl, even without insane stats, is able to kill these, minions, these champions on the opposing team. Mithril is going to be keeping us alive, cleansing us, and this speed that I have Mithril at here has been actually perfect. I think she's right below 275, so that the timing of her cleanse comes right after this here, okay? Cheat code number 2. Cheat code number 1 was HP burn. You already know about block buffs. That's not a cheat code. You just know that, okay? Cheat code number 2 is this speed on your Mithril, okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at that again. I have mine in immunity. That's not necessary. You just build yours however you want. A lot of you guys have her in stone skin. 254 is a really good speed for her, no matter what level of the dungeon that you're doing, okay? Like I said, I wouldn't say these are crazy stats or anything, but that speed has been really good. Okay, I just had an error. I don't know whether that's going to be in the video or not. My apologies. Somebody tell me what that means. Okay, now, a lot of you, if you can't do level 20, wait until you get Loki. Go check out the Loki free-to-play video that I did. I have a Loki team in there that has insanely easy-to-build champions with really, really mid-game gear, maybe early game even. So if you want the easiest possible team, go check out the Loki video. It's on the test server, otherwise I would just pull it up here for you. What most of you want, though, are accessible stage 30 teams, and I want to make sure that I show you those as well, because I've been working really hard to bring that to you. With that being said, if you're not in my Discord yet, please join the Discord, because we have a section in there just for Odin where we're talking about the teams. So let me start off with a team that I was helping someone with. This was the roster on his own account. Cheat code number 3 today is going to be Arman's. Okay, Arman's. I know that you're sick of hearing about Arman's probably, and I honestly am absolutely sick of him as well. However, he will absolutely help you in this dungeon, okay? He will absolutely help you in this dungeon. Your time is not going to be as fast if you don't have Sulfurion, but this can be any reviver with the highest blessing that you have, preferably some resistance, although my Sulfurion does not have resistance, okay? We have that same Ugo in here, and again, she's geared with those minimum stat requirements just for this dungeon. And then we have Lady MtgJedi in here, who is going to do a great job of decreasing the duration of the debuffs. Decreasing the duration of the buffs, ally attack, and a lot of great stuff. If you're manualing your fight, you can even flip her and strip the buffs whenever you want, but I just keep her on the front side. Here are the presets that I use for this. I don't flip her. Arman just does his thing. All of these guys just do their thing, right? It's just the Lady MtgJedi that's weird. Mostly in this dungeon, the champions are pretty good. Sometimes your enemy max HP champions hit the champions instead of the boss. Like that kind of stuff you have to worry about. But for the most part, the champion AI is not bad, okay? I forget whose team this was. Let me know in the comments below, or tag me in Discord or something. Either way, he was giving me a little bit of crap because I solved it so easily. But that's just a bonus, right? I was able to help quickly, which is a good thing, not a bad thing. So either way, let's come in here and see the run. None of these teams are particularly slow, which is great. As you can see, I do have my Armans in Stone Skin. No, that is not relevant to this fight. Yes, it is very good for stupid arena crap, okay? So, you can see here that Mithrala is going to come in and cleanse people. I think she would be on level 30 a little bit better at around 265, 270 speed, because then she'll go right after the boss, just like she did on level 20. So, another cheat code, what are we on, number 4? Cheat code number 4 for this boss is Brimstone, okay? Brimstone is going to do giant walls of damage, okay? Like insane amounts of damage. And you can see here with the HP burn ticks, we're just really chunking the boss. 57 seconds here. And the majority of the damage coming from Sulfurion, 5 million damage. Then Mithrala with Brimstone, doing a big chunk as well. Now you might be saying, well, I don't have all of those champions. So okay, well, let me show you some other options, okay? So I came up with this template for people to use, right? It has a reviver with a good blessing. The blessing helps you survive because of the way the boss works. Arman's is in there to control. If you can't use him, you might be able to use your Carl to freeze them. Then you want your HP burn champion. I chose Cecia to start. She's been actually ridiculous for this dungeon. Actually ridiculous. I don't want to call her cheat code number 5, but it's pretty close, okay? Then we have our Newt in there. I built a team with only 1, so you can see what that would look like. And Cantra, actually another great option here. She has all of the things you could possibly want in her kit, including a chance to steal a random buff from the target, which does come up. She has the triple hitter, placing all of the debuffs that we want in our life, okay? And if you want to get crazy, you can put her in a provoke set or something, but I doubt you'll be able to get the speeds and whatnot, okay? Again, you can see here, 274 speed, 515 accuracy. That's what we need in order to be successful on this boss. And then I have a speed aura to help me in this dungeon as well, to get me up over that little last hump. All right, so let's see this team, and then I have another version of it to wrap up the video here. I also want to mention, I saw Bronco this morning talking about putting Seer in Stone Skin. Your Seer teams are also still very good. I personally find your Seers hard to use, and I just don't recommend it. It's hard to tune, but if you're patient and you stick with it, you can definitely make it work. I will just tell you, though, the Seer team is very challenging, okay? The Seer team is very challenging. So anyway, later on stream, I'm going to be finishing a takeover for this Odin dungeon. I am doing takeovers for them. If you want a takeover, please let me know. I'm going to try to keep them affordable, but it's a significant amount of effort right now on people's accounts, so it might be a little bit more than normal in terms of pricing. So just message me in Discord if you want to know, and we'll figure it out. We'll make it work. You can see on level 30, we're taking a significant amount of damage. There's a lot of RNG that happens with your block buffs being viable or not, especially with Kantra. So that's where your Reviver comes in clutch here. Arman's removing the buffs. So ridiculous, okay? So ridiculous, all right? On this team, you definitely want a very tanky Reviver, okay? That's why we have the White Queen Ancora. She's been absolutely amazing in my testing because she has that cleanse and that revive. Depending on how well you get Kantra's block buffs up here, that's going to determine how quick the fight is, but as far as I've seen, it is going to be 100%. So here's the end of the run, and we ended at 155. Not bad at all. Sell all the crap gear. Okay. Next up, okay, the next variation of this strategy is going to be using Drang. Drang is a tanky HP burn champion, okay? Cheat code number 5, and the last one of the video, is gonna be Michinaki, okay? Michinaki, but specifically the Hex. Hex is, again, gonna give you more damage. So you're gonna put the Hex up, and Michinaki does a great job of doing all of the things. Stripping the buffs, putting the decreased defense. He has HP burn to go alongside Drang, and then the Hex in there as cheat code number 5. You can see Arman still in this team, kind of using that same template that I've been talking about with the Reviver, the Armans for control, the HP burn, and the block buffs champions. I'm pretty sure Ugo can just work instead of Kantra, but I did want to use Kantra as like an alternate option. It does not seem like we got the block buffs on literally anyone. But that's okay, because Arman's is going to help us out, alright? Sheesh. And then Michinaki's going to come in here and strip as well. And again, that's a lot of times why we don't use Kantra, because there's such a lot of RNG there. But regardless, we should be 100% or close to it on this team as well. And this is going to use a lot of different champions that you probably just have on your account. I know a lot of people have Michinaki, a lot of people have Drang, a lot of people did the White Queen fusion, the Arman's fusion. Kantra was technically a fusion, but that was years ago at this point. So I don't count on the majority of people to have Kantra, but she's so inconsistent, she can be basically whoever you want. Okay, we're finally getting some block buffs up here. Finally. And again, a lot of the time on this boss is going to be dependent on how often do you land the block buffs, okay? Drang is going to help out a lot with the HP burn here and the damage. If I was to put somebody in this team on that Brimstone Blessing, that would be very helpful as well. And then Drang can help keep you healed up, which is really great. But I would say that this is the slower of the teams I'm going to show you today. This is, in fact, the last team I'm going to show you today. I know the video is getting pretty long, so I'm just going to pause the video here and let's get to the end of the run. I don't think you really need to watch the whole thing, but we'll get there. Okay, there you go. And as you can see here, we got 353, so not as fast as the other teams, but that is quite all right. We want to make sure to clear the content, okay? Also, because we're using Cantra there, this is not going to be 100% run. With this team, there's going to be I don't even know how often to tell you, but you just use whatever block buffs champion is good for you. There's a lot of good options. All right, make sure you come out and join my Discord, and let's talk about your teams. What team are you using? Please post that in the comments below as well, so that way we can help out other people who are still struggling. Did you come up with something like truly unique and interesting? Message me. We'll do a video on it. I am not opposed to doing yet another video on this dungeon. I've been having just like a really fun time with this dungeon. It's a little annoying. I get that. But I think that this is the appropriate level of difficulty. There's a challenge, but it's obtainable, and there's a lot of champions who can help you here. The more time progresses, like the more that we're gonna find as well, okay? And honestly, I think the HP burn stuff is equally as good, if not better, than all of the seer nonsense, because with the seer teams, you're just putting up too many buffs, right? Like, in this team, there are not that many buffs. We're getting the shields and a little bit of extra stuff, but, we're keeping the buffs to a minimum. Last but not least, let's come in here and I will show you the end game team that I've been running. That is going to be this one. If you have this team, I highly recommend it. It has been extremely consistent. I have yet to see it fail. I don't want to claim that it's 100% because I just don't know that any team in this dungeon is going to be 100% because there's like so many variables. Like if Gizmak gets his stone skin stripped, he's not fast, right? Like there we go. Okay. As an example, I guess, thank you, Raid. I don't know. Please, no, thank you. But that'll just make the run a little bit longer. And then of course you have Venus in there with the HP burns as well. So we had 32 seconds. Ooh, what is this? Hot garbage. Got it. That's actually not bad. Crit rate, speed, accuracy. I'm past that on my account, but that could be very good for a lot of people. So let me know what you think about all of these teams. Was this helpful for you? I really hope so. And if not, hit me up. I'll try to help you out with teams that'll fit your account, and we'll be talking about it later on stream today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Have a great day, guys.